Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Devin Adams, and this is the final video to this series, the longest set of videos I've ever recorded ever in my life. Alright, I'm not a YouTuber. I'm sorry these suck so bad, but we've made it. We're gonna wrap this up. We've done everything so far. In the last video, we made our users, right? We promoted domain controllers. We added all these devices. And by the way, if you did watch the last video, yeah, I shut off the Windows 10 machine and boom, my CPU utilization went right back down to 1%. And also, yeah, my domain controller is nice and snappy again. So be aware, Windows 10, especially when it's just like brand new, first got turned on, it is so, it's so resource intensive. Now I love Windows 10. I mean, I use it as my daily driver. All right. But in this kind of test environment where we're sharing resources, especially because I'm on a laptop, I'll probably delete that and make that a Windows 7 machine or something a little more lightweight, right? Um, Anyways, I'm going off on a tangent. I just thought that was hilarious because I blamed it on Windows 10 and it actually turned out to be Windows 10. Okay, the last video, guys. So what's our goal here? All right, so our goal is to get this management PC to be joined to the domain. Once that happens, I'm pretty confident that you guys have enough to do the cookbooks, to do the labs, to practice with, to feel confident with. Um, and I'll continue. I'm going to fork off, remember, to 2 or 3 different series here. One is going to be uh, adding devices into your lab, so I'll do a whole series there. Not kamikaze like these, but maybe I'll do the Florida Manager, get that integrated. Maybe I'll show you guys how to use the uh, the net term or whatever it is appliance there to simulate network traffic and jitter and all that good stuff. There's a lot of cool stuff. We'll put an email server in here using Linux, so we can practice our notifications. So we, there's still more fun to come, even though this is the last video here. So, but you know what? Let's go ahead and do it. So let's prepare our our machines to join the domain. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to go into my management PC and I'm going to access my FortiGate. And you're probably thinking to yourself, why in the heck are we going to the FortiGate? This has nothing to do with the FortiGate. The FortiGate's on the edge. Well, it's kind of true, okay? But if you don't remember, we actually use the FortiGate as a DHCP server. Now, I could probably promote that domain controller to also be a DHCP server. That's just fine. But you know what? This is an NSE4 lab, so which is the FortiGate certification, not a Microsoft class. So for lack of a better word, screw you, domain controller. So here we go. So the first thing you guys are going to want to do is make sure when it's passing out the DHCP that it's using the domain controller as the DNS server. So let's go ahead and fix that. Let's go to network. Let's go to interfaces. All right. I love how snappy everything is now that I killed that Windows machine. All right, so let's go to our LAN interface and let's play around with that DHCP server. So let's scroll down a bit. All right, so right here where it says DNS server, we're going to say specify, and we are going to use 10.0.1.10. Okay, so why are we doing this? Well, before we can even join the domain, all right, we have to be able to resolve our fully qualified domain names. So there you go. There you go. So we're going to hit OK. All right, not too bad there. So let's go ahead and test this, and we're going to test it by going to our command prompt. And we're going to do an ipconfig, but this time we're going to do a /all. And you can see right now our DNS servers were just being passed along, right, from the FortiGates. Okay? But instead, we're going to do a release. And then we're going to do a renew. Okay. And I guess an all, just to confirm the DNS. Ta-da! See that there? Nice. Good time. So let's go ahead and test it. Now, when I promoted it to a domain controller, the default behavior there is to take whatever DNS server was configured on the Windows server. Oh, sorry guys, getting close to almost 11 here. And then make that as a forwarder. So even though that is our domain controller, we should still be able to resolve things like google.com. All right, so there you go. Let's actually type something that we haven't done before. So I don't know, ping Yahoo. Is Yahoo even pingable? There you go. Good to know. Okay. By the way, MSN.com blocks pings, so don't test that for connectivity. But it did resolve. I mean, that's what we're looking for. So there you guys going. It is working, but more importantly, are you guys ready? Ping DC1. What? Look at that IP6. Isn't that hilarious? It chose IP6 over IP4. That's fine. I found the domain controller. That works. I thought that was kind of funny. Anyways, but it's going to resolve that. So are you guys ready? I mean, that's all we really needed to do. So let's go ahead and join this bad boy to the domain. So once we do that, though, we're going to have to repin all of these things, and I'll let you guys figure that out, right? Okay. I'm so nervous. No, I'm not nervous. All right, here we go. So that was the start menu, computer, right click, you go to properties. This should look familiar. All right, we've been here before, but now we are going to go to advanced system settings, go to computer name, and we're going to go to change right down here. And the first thing we're going to do is give this thing a name that makes sense to us. All right, so PC1 or management or admin, whatever. Not IE11 Win7. That was from the image, right? So let's see here. I'm just going to call this PC1. I'm going to be lame. And then we're going to say, hey, you know what? You need to be a part of a domain. Now, what domain? IT ninja.lab. All right. And because it has the DNS server, it should find it. There you go. Now, not anyone can join to the domain. And that's when we're going to have to use our administrator. Administrate or account. I hope I spelled that right. That we configured when we first set up our Windows server. So the same thing that we use when we log into this bad boy right here. So as you can see, it says welcome to the domain. We hit OK. All right, we hit close. It's going to say, hey, you know what? You need a reboot. Maybe. So that's it, guys. That's how you do it. So why is this important? Well, when we do things like single sign-on, and when people do log in and out of their machines, we're going to see that. We're going to see that on the FortiGate. And that's really the last step of creating this advanced lab, is to have the option, right, to essentially log users in and out, make sure they get recognized by the collector agent. All this will make sense later. In fact, I got a little short video about it, but we're going to go way more in depth in just a bit. But let's, are you serious? Are you serious? Holy moly. Alright guys, I'm going to bed. I'm going to pause the video right. Really? Like, that is so classical Windows right there, right? Bring on the change management. That will be another separate lesson. Anyways, that cracks. We're so close, updating 1 of 2 billion updates. So, cute. All right, guys. So I'm gonna hit pause. I'm gonna take a nap, and then when we get back, we're gonna confirm this thing gets joined to the domain. And then guess what? If you follow the steps in these videos, okay, and I did everything from beginning to end recorded. I did not try to do any of this like video magic, right, where you look at the cooking. Well, I guess I kind of did. You know how the cooking shows, they're like, oh, just put it in the oven, then la la la, it's all done. Or my only pet peeve about some of the some of the cookbooks, right? Is that they're like, okay, how to configure events, blah blah blah. First, go to here, 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 here. It's like, okay, sure, I can do steps, but why are we doing this? How are we actually getting there? So that's why I really enjoy doing these to help the people that have done my classes. And also, once again, I stuck them out on YouTube in case someone randomly finds them, even though I don't really expect too many people to see it outside of my classes. But anyways, guys, so just long story short, sorry that the series was so long, but hey, you should be pretty excited. I'm actually excited that I finally completed the full picture here, so you guys can have your own test lab. And now maybe there is too many limitations here to be a true testing experience for your production network. Maybe not. I know that there's different flavors of licensing that you can get. They have now different tiers of the VMs. So contact your 40 salesperson. See if you can't just get a very slimmed down support license, and that way you can start practicing some of the UTM features. All right, because that's really the biggest limitation there, is that you can't do the web filtering and things like that, so on and so forth. I think VDOMs are limited. Anyways, but other than that, from studying to get certified, right? You can do tons here to practice for your Fortinet exam. So I really hope you guys have enjoyed this. I've enjoyed putting it together for you. And I'm exhausted and I'm rambling, so I'm just going to hit pause and I'm going to come back and see you guys in 23 years. Ha ha ha. So, or whenever it's done updating. All right, guys. See you soon. All right. Wow. Almost midnight. Anyways. Hey, look at that. Once everything rebooted, you know that everything was all right with the world because we now have this press, control, alt, and delete to log on. So yeah, let's see if this actually worked. All right, so once again, here's the icon to hit those keys, because if you try to do it with your actual keyboard, you will lock your host machine. So here we go. Not the local user. We're going to switch user, another user, and pick your poison. All right, so we had several people there that we put into a group. I don't even remember which one was the support group, right? I think it was Bill. Let's try it out. So let's say Bill, and the password is p@ssw0rd, and if everything was right, it should say preparing desktop. Okay. And look at that, guys. We are now joining machines to our domain controller. So once again, that is that. I'll just let that kind of bake in the background. That is that, guys. And you should have plenty of stuff now to play with to practice for your exam, and also to play with the FortiGates. So for example, we can do site-to-site IPsec VPN tunnels. We can do redundant tunnels. We can practice our SD-WANs. We can preview new versions of the FortiGates. We can do our SSL VPN portals. We can practice our authentication, which is going to be our next series that we're going to do. I'm going to, from beginning to end, do everything about authentication. So I got a request from one of my past participants. Yeah, so there you guys go. And I am going to bed anyways. I had fun recording this though. I meant to do this over several weeks, but I did it in a couple of days. So still a lot of fun. So just kind of as a little wrap up here. All right, as you can see now, we have Bill, and he's logged into his machine as a domain user. Yeah, so we can do lots and look more updates. We can do lots and lots of fun stuff there. So just a couple of things to take away here, guys. Don't forget to power off your machines individually. So actually go to your shutdowns and do them there. If you're powering off your devices, if your FortiGates expire, all right, you've been saving the configs, right? So just delete them. Come over here, drag new ones, drop the config. There's other limitations that make these not usable in production. Okay, so don't think that it's a free ride that you can just get FortiGates here and use them all you want. Not the case. So, and you'll run into some of those limitations a little bit later on. So and I'll discuss them in other videos. So what else do we got here? That's about it. So, and this is very close to what we did in class too. So you should have enough here to practice like the FortiClients. You can even attach another FortiGate or another device off of this pfSense, because remember there's interfaces. I think one more. See that EM5 is empty that you can extend there. Maybe you can practice your cooperative fabric. Yeah, so here we go. The very last thing I'm going to do, I was just kind of letting everything load in the background, is that I'm going to just show you guys to do a confirmation that the computer joined and everything. Now it kind of seems out of context, but here we go. Um, Here's our server manager dashboard. If we go back to tools, users and computers, uh, one thing that I wanted to show you guys to verify that computers have been joined to the domain, there they are. So you're going to find them in the computers container. I meant to mention that earlier. I had a kind of a squirrel moment there, but all right guys, so I hope you found these series all right. I hope they were easy to follow. Of course, you guys can email me, and I can always try to help you out as best I can, because as cliche as it sounds, as your instructor, as any kind of technological instructor, I really just care about you guys getting the most out of your experience in my classes, and also for your success in the field, and also for your certifications. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next series of videos, and I will see you guys then. Take it easy.